Alright everybody, welcome back to another turn of Operation Stonewall. This is going to be turn 7 for the Comintern, July of 1939. Few bits of housekeeping before we get into it. This board state is an absolute disaster for the Soviet Union, almost entirely because of an error that I made. I should have torched a lot of these facilities last player turn, or last calendar turn, or the calendar turn before that even, when it was obvious that the Germans were going to capture them. And we're gonna be playing as if I did make those torches, uh, so that the game is a little bit less oppressive going forward. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna torch lots of rails all over Russia, mostly focusing on the southern ones. I'm going to keep the rails between Leningrad and Moscow. Um, because I expected to hold those territories. I'll also be torching the factory in Smolensk and the airbase too. Oral Kursk is keeping its major factory and the rail connection northward. The factory and airfield in Kiev are both torched as well. And the major port in southern Ukraine and Donetsk Kuban and the minor shipyard in Tarita are also torched as well. We're going to keep the major facility in Crimea, not because he didn't capture it that turn, but because it's the one that's required for our strategic objective. And we're going to torch this rail too, so if he wants to draw supply there, at least he has to build a rail for it. I would not have torched these because the mountains protect me from blitzes. And I probably would not have torched anything further east than that. That's all contested land. I knew he could capture it, but I kind of expect to take some or all of this back in the long run. So we are gonna leave the torchings at that, I believe. Yeah. And with that, the German combat move is going to be changed slightly as well. The light armor that blitzed into southern Ukraine is going to stay with the 6th Army because southern Ukraine doesn't have the rail or port connection that it had when Germany was making its plans. And then from the German turn, the 6th Army blitzed into North Caucasia, but it can't blitz in mountains, so it's going to have taken Kamenskaya instead. And with that, the Germans collect 3 fewer IPP. And everything should be good to go. Sorry about that lengthy housekeeping phase. That's all my fault. Alright, let's get into the Chinese turn. We'll start with the purchases. We have 3 to spend. We're going to spend it all on an infantry. We have 1 combat to declare. An infantry is attacking into Xinghai from Tibet, Xikang, and Shenxi. And that's all. We can go ahead and roll that out. We have 3 infantry rolling at 1 in mountains, and 1 militia defending at 2. Oh no, I didn't want to get a hit. Okay, okay. And with that, they don't have an opportunity to retreat back into Shinsi. With that, we can place our buys. Infantry gets placed in Shinsi, and we'll recruit, hitting on a 5 or less now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a miss. And then they collect 2 for Shinsi, and in their turn. Moving over to the Soviet Union, we will start with the tech roll. We have only 1 undamaged major factory, so we'll be rolling for improved construction, hitting on a 7 or higher. That is a miss. We also have a diplomacy roll that we'll do now. We're going to be attempting the roll for Chile. We do have Chile in supply. We'll start with the major port in Crimea. 1, 2, 3, 4. From Spain, from Western Andalusia, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. There are, yeah, no interdicting units unless the British wish to interdict that. But I'm reasonably sure they do not. That's a miss too. Alright, on to the purchases. We have 12 to spend, and we're going to spend it all. We do have the discount enabled. We'll be buying 1 infantry, 1 airborne, and 8 militia. Clearing our bank. Onto the combats, we do have 3 to declare. From Kola, we've got a seaplane coming out into A8 and raiding the German convoy. We have all mobile units in Soviet Russia, or in the Soviet Russia stack here in Moscow. So everything but the 2 militia attacking into Tula-Lipetsk. Which is a free capture. And then our last combat is a cavalry, and Kobdo is going to be declaring war on the KMT and liberating Xinjiang to the CCP. It'll kick itself back into Kobdo at the end of that combat in order to liberate the territory. Okay. We have to roll out the raiding in A8. The Soviet seaplane has a +1, and the German convoys are necessarily at +0. There's just a net of +1 for the red die. No damage. Alright, with that, we can end our combat phase and move on to the non-combat movement phase. The seaplane is coming off map in A8, 1, 2, and landing in Samoyedia. Alright, we've got the air transport in Kola flying 1, 2, picking up an infantry, 3, 4, dropping off the infantry, 5, 6, and it will land in Leningrad. We've got 2 infantry from Buryatia railing to Moscow. We've got 2 infantry from Kobdo marching back into Novosibirsk and all of the other units in Brigaccia, 3 infantry, 1 militia, and 1 cavalry, marching back into Angara from Brigaccia. I do believe that's going to have all of our movements taken care of. Yeah. So let's go ahead and place our buys and collect our income. We'll start with the Spanish recruit roll, which hits on a 6 or less. That's a 1 and a hit. That's 2 militia added. And place our units. We'll place 4 militia in Transcaucasia, 2 militia and the International Brigade in Moscow, 1 militia in Kola, 1 militia in Angara, and a militia, an infantry and an airborne in Leningrad. The major factory still has 3 points of production capacity. And then we have income to collect. We have a base of 30 plus 2 for Lend-Lease plus we don't have Stalingrad, so that's just plus 2 for propaganda. So 34. That's not so bad. I've seen worse. Okay, I do believe with that we do have everything in place, so we can leave things there, pass things over to Be Nasty, and say best of luck on your next rolls.